First, get a second opinion from a team that specializes in your cancer. I'm Dr. George Wiener, Director of University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you start treatment, you deserve to be confident you have the right diagnosis and know every option available. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, get a second opinion. It can change your care and your life.
Every aisle.
You got advanced prostate cancer,
an active
but you're
life
not waiting
care
around.
community.
You went
Dodge
straight
Street Tire and Auto. Your family-friendly,
Or
dependable, and
120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate
years in
cancer.
Iowa City.
Orgovyx is a
Riverside
different kind of
Casino
androgen
and Golf
deprivation
Resort.
therapy treatment.
Home of the
Pill, not
Draft
an
Day
injection.
Sports Lounge.
Orgovyx may
A
cause serious side
luxury
effects,
hotel
including a
and
heart condition
spa,
called
5
QT
restaurants and
prolongation.
more.
Tell your doctor right away
South
if you
of
feel
Iowa
dizzy, faint,
City.
have a racing or pounding heart, or
Homewood
chest
and
pain.
Home 2 Suites.
Orgovyx can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment up to 2 weeks after Orgovyx treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovyx may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with Orgovyx. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Good evening and welcome into Army West Point as we get ready for Hawkeye Wrestling taking on the Black Knights of Army, nestled here about 50 miles north of New York City. This is a training academy for the U.S. military to help commission their cadets into the Army and become second lieutenants. Is the site of 4,400 potential Army members, and we had a chance to walk around a little bit earlier today. At least Matt Nelson and James Allen and I did, and get a little bit of the history. This place started back in 1802 with President Thomas Jefferson at the time wanting to build this fort on Fort Clinton, a strategic point at a western edge of the Hudson River, helping to get to Vantage Point looking from the north, coming down from Albany before heading down to New York City. And quite interesting just seeing some of the granite construction and some of these historic buildings, the big lawn area where they have different parades for the cadets. And probably the most intriguing thing was they took us into the mess hall where they have dinner and they have lunch together, 4,400 cadets, and they all come in and sit down and they are done eating within about 15 minutes and they're back on their way. Tell you what, it was a pretty cool opportunity to walk around and see some of this, and we are excited to be able to get out after it here and compete on this wrestling mat here this evening as well. Stephen Gray saying thanks for joining us. Mark Ironside not on the trip. As you may remember from last year, we were getting ready to wrestle Oregon State, and that was supposed to be on a Saturday afternoon evening, and sometime on Friday they said, hey, we're having trouble getting flights out. For whatever reason, just couldn't get anybody to get them to fly from Oregon to Iowa City. And so they said, we hate to do this, but we're going to have to cancel. And so Coach Tom Brands was saying, what can we do to try to get some competition in? He realized that Army was wrestling up in Ames against Iowa State. So he called up their coach, Kevin Ward, said, hey, would you guys mind stopping over here on a Sunday and extend your trip by a day? And Coach Ward asked the team. They all agreed, said they would love to do that. And so they made their way over and wrestled on a Sunday afternoon. And Coach Brand said, you know what? We'll repay the favor. We will come out to West Point next year. And so here we are. And we're looking forward to it. Everybody very hospitable, very courteous. Been a lot of fun to just kind of see some of these things. Actually ran into, I didn't catch the gentleman's name, but seemed like he was one of the higher-ups within West Point because, well, everybody was saluting him as they walked by him, and he was excited. He said, you know, we appreciated you guys inviting us in last year and letting us wrestle there, and we are super pumped to have you guys back here today. So they are looking forward to it. We are in the Kreisel Center, and this is a nice little facility. Mat doesn't look the biggest, probably about 24-foot diameter, so a little bit on the smaller side, but a nice little arena here. kind of similar to the rack out at Rutgers. Just kind of that, square ends. They've got some small bleachers on both ends and then bleachers on the sides that go up. Feels like this place could get loud. Feels like it could echo quite a bit in here. And so it should be a great atmosphere. The commander that we were talking to earlier that was so excited said he's got about 250 to 300 cadets that are planning on attending here. And you can see a lot of them in their Army fatigues standing over there and getting ready to cheer on the Black Knights taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Today's meet preview brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Take a quick time out. We'll be back with more of your pre-meet. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. That's money. Enter it now.
BetMGM is offering soccer fans a chance at winning big. Really, really big. The World Cup Bracket Challenge is free to play and fun to dream about. And it's only at the King of Sportsbooks. Pick a perfect bracket and you'll be a legend that takes home up to $250,000. Fall a little short? The player with the most correct picks for the entire tournament wins a top prize of up to $50,000. Plus, you'll receive a $5 parlay free bet for every group stage winner chosen correctly. Go to BetMGM.com/World Cup Bracket and make your free picks in the World Cup Bracket Challenge today. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Iowa only. New and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Riley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the off-season, conditioning is number one. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to the Chrysler Arena on the campus of Army West Point as we get ready for Iowa and Army wrestling action here. Going to start things off at 125 pounds. Aiden Harris will get the nod again for the Hawkeyes, the junior at 0-1, taking on number 19, Ethan Bergen, a freshman at 7-0. At 133, it'll be Cullen Schriever tonight. The sophomore with no record takes on Richard Trainer, a sophomore at 5-3. Senior Drew Bennett for the Hawkeyes, 1-0 record at 141, taking on Julian Sanchez, a junior with a record of 2-2. At 149, 7th-ranked Max Murin, a senior at 1-0, takes on Matthew Williams. He is a junior with a record of 3-4. At 157, we will see either Caleb Ratchie, freshman with no record, or Kobe Siebrecht, the junior at 1-0. They will be taking on Nate Luquez. He is a junior with a record of 5-2. At 165, number 13, Patrick Kennedy, the sophomore at 1-0, taking on Dalton Harkins. He is a sophomore with a record of 5-1. At 174, late change in the travel party. Carson Martinson, the true freshman out of Southeast Polk, will get the nod here tonight. He'll be taking on number 14, Ben Pasuk. He is a junior with a record of 4-1. At 184, number 8, Abe Assad, the junior at 1-0, taking on Sam Abdul-Razak. He is a senior with a record of 6-2. At 197, second-ranked Jacob Warner, the senior at 1-0, taking on Kyle Swartz. He is a sophomore at 5-3. We'll close things out with the heavyweights. Fourth-ranked Tony Cassiope, the senior at 1-0, taking on Cade Carlson. He is a sophomore with a record of 4-3. Normally this time we would be hearing from Hawkeye coach Tom Brands, presented by Pioneer. Coach Brands not on this trip either. He had some other things to take care of back in Iowa City. And also, due to some other technical difficulties, could not get Terry Brands on the air tonight. We hope to talk with Terry tomorrow night as we'll be wrestling up in Albany. But again, our interview with the coach presented by Pioneer. When it comes to great yield potential and strong agronomic performance in your fields, choose Pioneer. What's next happens here. Hawkeyes made their way out from the locker room, pacing around a little bit, waiting for everything to get underway. Army still back in their locker room. Big opportunity for some of these guys, like we say, guys like Aiden Harris trying to bounce back from a loss on Sunday. You've got a guy like Carson Martinson getting his first opportunity to wrestle in the black and gold singlet. And also just some other big matches here. Opportunities for guys to see where they're at in comparison with some other guys in the country. Maybe set the stage for some things coming up later this year at Nationals. Also, could be something at the end of December because Coach Ward and the Army Black Knights, very gracious. They're going to be coming to the inaugural Soldier Salute, which will be happening at the end of December, the 29th and 30th at the Extreme Arena over in Coralville. So that's going to be a good opportunity to see some college wrestling right in our backyard. So head to the Extreme Arena website and get some information about tickets for that. You could see some of these matches between Iowa and Army, along with several other schools as well. So looking forward to seeing that one coming up here in about 6 weeks or so. We're going to step out, take another quick timeout. We'll come back and have more from West Point. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
This is Coralville Mayor Megan Foster. The city of Coralville was founded in 1873. Help us celebrate 150 years of building our community. Join the sesquicentennial celebration through October 2023. The city of Coralville will mark this milestone with activities, festivals, and events to celebrate our hometown's rich history, traditions, and diversity. Visit coralville.org/Coralville150 for more information about our rich history and bright future.
The best beers are the ones shared with friends. Gather yours and join the fun with Travel Leaders Destination Unlimited and their 23 Oktoberfest and Bohemian Adventure. Go on a trolley beer crawl in Prague, raft a river, climb a mountain, and celebrate in Munich's Oktoberfest. Learn more at duagency.com.
What if there was a place where you could listen to all the radio stations, music, and podcasts you love? And what if that place was free? Well, we couldn't find it, so we made it. Download our free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
When I'm thinking of a meal with friends or family or a business lunch, I always think of Monica's. I know their huge menu will have something that everyone will like. More importantly to me, you never waste your money because the food is always great. Nothing worse than going out to eat and your money and the occasion is wasted because the food was not great. Monica's is the most consistent restaurant I know. There is a reason why they've won so many awards and are always busy. Try them and see. They appreciate every customer and have a great staff.
Hit a deer? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to Army West Point and Chrysler Arena. So waiting for Army to make their way out, get ready for the national anthem here. Pretty decent crowd making their way in. James Allen, our new sports information director for wrestling. He's been with the Hawkeyes for several years now, but just took over wrestling after Chris Brewer moved on to bigger and better things. But he came over, he said, there's quite a few Hawkeye shirts in attendance here tonight. I said, oh yeah, that's the way these Hawkeyes are. Whether it's family members traveling with them or if it's just people that live in the New York area that say, you know what, it's hard to get to Iowa City, but let's find our way up to West Point. We can make our way there. They turn out in droves. And so there are quite a few Hawkeye fans that are here in person. Side over here on our side, across from the benches, looks like they are, it's a little over half full. The other side, maybe about a third full, so maybe just under half capacity altogether. Referees tonight, Mark Cesari and Rob Butka. Still seeing more of the Army cadets making their way in. Let's step out and take one more time out here as we get ready for wrestling action. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Now we're going to listen in with the playing of our national anthem. National anthem is done, and the next starting lineups are being announced. I want to take this time real quick to remind you that the Hawkeye football team is bowl eligible. Sign up to automatically receive official bowl travel information at hawkeyesports.com/bowl central. When the game is announced, you'll immediately receive information on game tickets, air travel, and hotel. That is hawkeyesports.com/bowl travel, presented by Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour. Also, November is Men's Health Awareness Month. Urinary and sexual health have a huge impact on your quality of life. UI Healthcare offers confidential, compassionate care for men just like you. Schedule an appointment with a men's health specialist today. Visit uihc.org/urology to learn more. That is uihc.org/urology. Said there is, I would say probably 75 to 100 Army cadets that are standing in full fatigues on either side of the mat. I was talking with Ryan Morningstar, assistant coach, over on the bench, and said, hey, this mat looks like it's a little bit tiny. And he said, yeah, it's going to be a hornet's nest in here tonight. And I said, oh, yeah. Anytime the Hawkeyes go on the road somewhere, it is going to be intense. But you know what? As my partner Mark Ironside always says, that's what you live for as a competitor. You want to get into these types of environments and just take care of business and quiet that crowd. There's nothing more satisfying than being in that type of hostile environment and just saying, you know what? Here you go. We're doing what we can. You think you're doing what we can. We're going to take care of business. So Max Mirren and Jacob Warner making their way to the center mat to meet as captains. We said Mark Cesari and Rob Butka, your referees here tonight. Big opportunity for Aiden Harris, the the junior college transfer out of Layton, Utah. Just talking to him a little bit. Wondering if we had to be able to meet his parents. He said, I did not get to, but he said they're looking forward to coming back to Coralville for the Soldier Salute in late December. And I said, you know what, young man, I'll make an effort to try to track down your folks and meet them. He seems like a good young man and had a tough go his first time around against Elijah Griffin. And he's got a guy in Ethan Bergen, Pennsylvania prep, that 7-0 on the season. So he's going to have to be ready to go here tonight and hopefully take care of business. Really had a hard time getting out from underneath Griffin of Cal Baptist on Sunday. Army wearing gold singlets with the Army logo in kind of light brown outlined in the center. West Point on the back. The A Army logo on the left hip of their singlets. Underway here. There's Harris. Sweep attempt from a ways away. Caught in a front headlock. Circles up out of that. Working that right hand on the collar tie. There's a snatch attempt there by Bergen. Whizzer thrown in tight by Harris. Bergen stepped all the way across. No points have been awarded yet. Harris scrambling here, able to grab the leg. Bergen hipping into him. Hopped all the way over to the other side. Seeing if he can break this grip. Harris has got his arms backwards there. Bergen stepped over the leg. Harris still scrambling. There he lost the grip on the leg, and that allows Bergen to get the two. Harris keeping the hips moving, though, works up to his feet. Trying to push those hands free, and gets out for the escape. 1 minute off the clock. Bergen of Army with a 2-1 lead over Iowa's Aiden Harris. Nice fireman's carry right there by Bergen. Harris stopped him, though, before he could dump him all the way over. Trying to pinch on that arm. Stuffing the head down underneath. Bergen trying to pop that head out. They're going to stalemate it. 1:33 on the clock. Harris, bandage underneath his right eye. Got a cut there. Practice this week. There's that duck attempt again. Cutting off to a head to the outside shot. Harris trying to roll him through. Bergen hooks both legs here. He's about ready to get the takedown. Harris trying to fight this off. Might get himself in some danger. He's able to scramble, but now Bergen able to get back around behind the legs and cover for two more. That'll give him a 4-1 lead. A minute to go here in the first period. Harris flattened out on the mat, working to build his hips back up under him. Bergen goes into that claw ride. Harris trying to get to a sit out. Looking for a suck back is Bergen. Pulls him back, getting a near fall count. Now he's trying to adjust on the head, see if he can settle in here a little bit differently. He's got 30 seconds left. Harris trying to arch that back, and there's the fall. Two minutes and 33 seconds, the time of the fall. And that will put Army on top by a score of 6-0. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Moves us to 133 pounds. Colin Schriever getting the nod for the Hawkeyes tonight, taking on Richard Trainer, a sophomore with a 5-3 record. Underway. Schriever's got ace bandage around his forehead, and he's got elbow sleeve on that right arm. Working that right hand up on the collar. Shriver looked good. The Open tournament last weekend, winning it. Bonus points in all matches. Getting after it here tonight. Up at Luther, Shriver went tech fall, 7-5 decision against Augsburg, and then a major decision in the finals. 1 minute off the clock, no score here at 133 pounds. A fall for Army at 125 has given them a 6-0 lead in the team score. Half attempt there by Shriver. There's a shot from a non-tie by Trainer. Shriver able to keep his legs back, though. There's out of an underhook. Pushes Trainer away. Went back across. Getting caught up a little bit in the hand fighting here. And there he taps the head, swipes at the leg. More worried about his hand position rather than using that to set something up. Let's see if he can pick up his offense a little bit. Trainer for Army throwing an underhook on the left side. Terry Brand's hollering Shriver's name, reminding him he's got to get going here. Just doesn't seem comfortable when Trainer throws those underhooks in. Hanging out there, though, rather than doing something about it. There he hits a sweep to the other side, cuts off to a double. Roll through attempt by Trainer. Trainer comes out with our leg. We're laying on top of him down by his ankle. Trainer trying to elevate. They're going to stalemate it with 37 on the clock. Good shot there by Shriver. Just didn't finish solid enough. Allowed Trainer to roll through, create that scramble situation. 30 seconds to go, first period. Trainer, tight right-handed collar tie. Shriver pushes that up off his head. Now goes high crotch attempt, head to the inside, trying to elevate. Short time here. Whizzer thrown in by Trainer. Shriver for the Hawkeyes trying to limp arm out, see if he can adjust. As he does, that allows Trainer to square back up with him and fight that off. We'll be scoreless at the end of one. Trainer will have his choice. He will start down. He gets set. Shriver covers. Colin reaching across to that far arm, now hops over to that right side. Tripod there by Trainer, up to his feet. Working back down to the mat. Now Colin throws in that deep waist on the right side, chopping that left arm, driving him forward. Now levering the forehead into the triceps, trying to bring that left arm back up onto the back. Trying to adjust his grip a little bit there. Trainer throwing his butt up in the air. It looks like Shriver does have that wing locked in. Trying to adjust what he's doing there. Can't tell if he's trying to get that arm across to lock up that Steiner tilt where he traps that, or just find a way to put those hips back down as Trainer's got his butt up in the air. Shriver now around on the side. Trying to run this. Trainer's butt back up, though, base under him. Now we're going to stalemate it. 45 seconds on the clock. Colin Shriver at 1:15 of riding time. No score here in the second period. Shriver starts on the other side this time. Tripod right away by Trainer, up to his feet. Shriver works him down to the mat. Flattens him out, goes right back to work on that left arm. Can't get anywhere with it, now goes to the far wrist. Back up, cross face with the right arm across to the left wrist. Now switches off to the left side. Trying to pull that arm back. As soon as he does, though, trainer able to pop his butt up into the air. Up to his feet, 20 seconds on the clock, over to the edge, tripping back down, switch attempt as they drive out of bounds. And they will head back to the center with 11 on the clock. Trainer shakes the arms out, gets reset. False start on trainer. Tried popping up early. Tripod again off the whistle by trainer. Reaches back trying to grab the leg, looking to roll through. Schriever able to stay with the arm around the waist, and time runs out. So Schriever will start down here. He's got 2 minutes of riding time after riding out the entire second period. Cullen set. Works up to his feet, trying to get that hand control. Peels him off and gets out for the escape. Schriever of the Hawkeyes, a 1-0 lead, plus he has 1:56 of riding time. 1:50 on the clock, third period. Army leads 6-0, getting a fall at 125 pounds. Half attempt there by trainer. Swiped at our ankle. Schriever just throws it out of the way. There's a shot attempt by Cullen, head to the inside high crotch. Trying to cut the corner here. Whizzer thrown in by trainer. Cullen gets it up underneath the armpit, elevated. Trainer over close to the edge, keeps reaching back trying to grab our leg. There's a dump down attempt by Schriever. Trainer keeping that tight whizzer in. Hawkeye Cullen Schriever up to his feet. Tries dumping again. Swipes at that leg. Could not hang on to the ankle, and they go out of bounds off the edge. Head back to the center with 1:05 to go. One minute remains in regulation. Trainer for Army coming back across with that underhook. Schriever trying to clear out. Head back to the center as they go out of bounds. Terry Brands telling Cullen, don't let him get to that underhook. .40 seconds to go now in the third. 1-0 is the lead for Iowa's Cullen Schriever. Overhooked that time by Trainer. Another shot by Schriever from a ways away. Trainer catches him in a front headlock. Cullen trying to work up to his feet. Trying to clear out of this. Inside trip attempt by Trainer. Schriever clears out. Move your feet. Don't get caught stepping in right there on the edge. Another overhook thrown in here by Trainer. Neither guy's going to get to the legs here, and Cullen Schriever is going to win this one with a riding time point and an escape by a score of 2-0. Makes the score Army 6, Hawkeyes 3. Back in 30 seconds. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Local Craft Cellar is ready for the holidays, offering a huge selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits. Many Iowa-made favorites. They have the selection you don't see at other stores. Come get your favorite holiday beers, liqueurs, and of course, whiskeys. The biggest selection of vodka, tequila, mezcal, rum, gin, cordials, and wine. And the greatest selection of Iowa-made favorites like Edgewood Locker hams and turkeys. Shop Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Visit 7085C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Please drink responsibly.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
141 pounds. Drew Bennett for the Hawkeyes. Julian Sanchez, a junior with a 2-2 record for Army. And hits a nice shot right there to take Drew Bennett down. Gives him a 2-0 lead. 6-3 is the lead for Army over the Hawkeyes. Sanchez, a junior out of Ohio. on a decent ride here against Drew Bennett. Right on the edge, they slide out of bounds, head back to the center. Terry Brands, Ryan Morningstar both tell Bennett, hey, just get up, get out, get back to your feet. Sanchez right away working our right wrist, can't get anywhere, now goes to that far wrist. Working both arms right now. Bennett trying to clear out underneath here. Staying at his base. Sanchez bumping him forward. There's a tripod by Bennett. Sanchez reaching to that far wrist. Roll through attempt there by Bennett. Over on the edge. Half thrown in by Sanchez as they slide out of bounds. Head back to the center. 1:40 to go, first period. 2-0 is the lead for Sanchez of Army. He's got 1:03 of riding time. Bennett, that's another roll through and gets the leg, trying to cut back in. Sanchez able to clear that leg out as Bennett was trying to readjust to get the reversal. So Sanchez gives up the one, so the Hawkeye Bennett trailing 2-1 with 1:15 to go here, first period. Bennett working a 2-on-1, head on the opposite side though. Clears out of that. Goes back, throws the right hand up into the collar. Looking down at my notes, I didn't see what Sanchez hit. I just looked up and saw him taking down Bennett. There he swipes at the leg, grabs it, almost like a snatch from a long ways away. It's got Drew's leg elevated up, reaches across, trips him down for 2 more. That is a 4-1 lead now for Sanchez. They go out of bounds with 31 seconds remaining. Big escape here if Bennett can get it in these last 25 seconds. Up onto a knee, into a sit out. Trying to peel those hands free. Tried a somersault, but Sanchez just stuffed the hips down into the mat. Didn't allow him to roll. Half thrown in by Sanchez. And it does not look like Bennett will get the escape, so Sanchez will take a 4-1 lead into the second. Pioneer, developing new generations of seed innovations for new generations of farmers. Boost your yields with leading-edge, locally tested seed. Pioneer, what's next happens here. Bennett defers. Sanchez for Army will start down. Sanchez has 2 minutes of riding time and a 4-1 lead against the Hawkeye Drew Bennett. Bennett goes into that claw ride. Almost got a tilt there out of it. Rolled him all the way through, but no near falls counted. He's got both legs thrown in. Trying to adjust, see if he can find something to work with on this top position. Gets the legs out. Sanchez to his base. Bennett goes back to that claw ride. Trying to get that tilt again, but couldn't get him past the 45 degrees. Sanchez up to his feet. Bennett trips him back down right on the edge. They slide out of bounds, head back to the center. 1:12 to go, second period. Bennett for the Hawkeyes trailing 4-1. He's got the riding time down to 1:11 now. Right back into that claw ride. Got a 1 count. Just goes into that claw where he throws that left arm underneath the left armpit across to the right shoulder and just rolls him across, exposing his own back at the same time. Got a 1 count finally out of it, but still hasn't gotten any near falls. Trying it again there, but just rolls him through once more. 30 seconds to go here, second period. Bennett working a wrist. Either side can't find anything. Goes back to a half on the left side as Sanchez works up to his base. Trying to throw a leg in, see if he can get that quick tilt. Not going to get anywhere, but he will get the ride out for the entire second period, so he'll trail 4-1 as we go into the third period. Sanchez's choice. Or excuse me, Bennett's choice. He looked over to Terry Brands. Terry just kind of put his palms up, said, "Your call." Bennett said, "I'm going to go underneath." Roll through, grabs the leg, drives in, gets around behind for the 2 reversal. And then almost took him feet to back as they got on the mat return. So Bennett trails 4-3 now. See what he does. If he wants to ride out, force overtime, or try to get a turn, or if he's going to cut him and try to do something from his feet. Goes to a half, rolls him all the way through. Sanchez at his base. Again, Bennett rolls him all the way through once more with that half in. Half on the left, trying to work that right wrist. Nothing there. Goes into that deep waist. Now pulls that left wrist out, flattens him down. Sanchez trying to build his base back up under him. Goes back to that claw ride, pulling him back to the mat, right on the edge. Tried to keep a toe in, but they say out of bounds. 1:14 remains, third period. Bennett for the Hawkeyes trailing 4-3. Bennett at 32 seconds and counting of riding time. Now, not sure if they thought there was locked hands, but there's a challenge brick thrown in. Actually, it looks like a challenge tube sock, but either way, the referees are going to go over and look at it. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year, proudly supports Hawkeye Wrestling. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets in Iowa City. 6-3 is the lead for Army. A first period fall for number 19, Ethan Bergen, over the Hawkeyes' Aiden Harris. A 2-0 win for Colin Schriever. A ride out in the second period, an escape in the third period were the 2 points for Colin. Right now, we have 1:14 to go in the third period. Iowa's Drew Bennett trailing 4-3 against Julian Sanchez. Challenge thrown in here by Army. I'll take this time to remind you that as soon as we're done here tonight, we hop the bus and head north to go to Albany. We'll be taking part in the Arm Bar at the Armory tomorrow night, presented by Journeyman Wrestling. There will be 3 mats with 2 matches, or 2 matches on each one. We'll start at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Iowa time. On mat 1, we will take on Sacred Heart. Mat number 2 will feature North Carolina State taking on Central Michigan. Mat number 3 will be Buffalo against the Illinois Fighting Illini. And then at 8:30 Eastern time, mat number 1 will see North Carolina State take on Illinois. That should be a pretty good one. Iowa will take on Buffalo. And then the College of New Jersey will take on Castleton University. So that'll be on tomorrow night. We'll keep it on for the duration. Whatever they were looking for, they waved it off. I'm assuming locked hands, but we're opposite side of the head table, so unclear what they were looking for. So Drew Bennett trailing 4-3. Going to get another 25 seconds of riding time to tie this, but then he would have to continue the ride out. There's a roll through attempt by Sanchez of Army. Bennett dropping down to an ankle, and he gets out. Right away, shot there by Bennett. Head to the inside. Sanchez stuffing the hips. Bennett trying to pick him up, elevate. Reaching back, grabbing an ankle. Stalemate blown. 44 seconds to go. Bennett down by 2. He did not get to that riding time point. Couple of half attempts there by Bennett. If he could get the takedown and ride out with more than 11 seconds, he would win it on that riding time point. Down to 25 on the clock. He just needs the takedown more than anything. Passed the elbow by, but Sanchez stepped away. 15 on the clock. Underhook thrown in by Bennett. Can't get anywhere with it. Swipes at the leg, now gets to the ankle, right on the edge of the mat. 5 seconds left, reaches across, grabs that far ankle, but Sanchez slides out of bounds. Bennett gets around behind the arms, but he was standing up. So Bennett will lose by a score of 5-3. Army on top, 9-3. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC, Iowa City.
Back at Crystal Arena on the campus of Army West Point. Stephen Grace saying thanks for tuning in. We move to 149 pounds. Max Murin for the Hawkeyes taking on Matthew Williams, a junior with a 3-4 record. Hawks trail by a score of 9-3 after 3 weights. 30 seconds gone by. Murin working a front headlock. Tuck attempt there. A little boot scoot action by Williams from Army as they go out of bounds, head back to the center. Murin left hand up onto that collar tie. Big snap by Williams, and off that snap, Murin dives into the shot. Split in the middle, coming through, trying to sit back in, see if he can come through the back door. Now looking to see if he can make a step him up for that potentially dangerous. Down to 1 count. And now he comes through the rest of the way and gets the 2 takedown. So Murin takes a 2-0 lead. First takedown of the night for the Hawkeyes. Williams up to his feet. Murin drops between the legs. Trying to run him back down to the mat. They slide out of bounds, head back to the center. 1:20 to go, first period. 2-0 is the lead for Murin. Williams got to his feet. Murin trips him down. Now Max comes out front, stuffs the head, lets him out for the escape. A minute to go, first period. Max, big snap. Throwing an underhook now on the right side, over on the edge in front of the Army side of the mat. Williams clears out of it. Both guys change levels, same time, come back up. Murin from a non-tie, times in with a double attempt, but Williams able to keep the legs back. .5 seconds left. Max with a sweep attempt down on the ankle, right on the edge of the mat, elevates up, trying to pull him back in, climbs up, grabs the other ankle and gets the 2. That'll give Murin a 4-1 lead now with 13 seconds to go in the first. He's got the arm on the back, but almost all the way out of bounds. Slide out. And back to the center with 8 on the clock. Williams for Army gets set. And false starts as Max started to cover. Get him reset, restart again from the center. Williams to his feet. Max picks him up, trips him down. They roll all the way through. And period comes to an end. So 4-1 is the lead for Murin. 1:01 of riding time for Max. Score big savings. Shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Hy-Vee is proud to support Hawkeye Wrestling. Matt Williams for Army starts down to begin the second period. Aaron starts on the other side with that claw and then chops the arm. Now goes back to the claw. Williams staying at his base. Max trying to pull that near ankle out. Can't get anywhere. Comes out front. Stuffs the head into a front headlock. No escape been awarded yet. And there he clears the arm out. Makes it 4-2. Minute 40 to go second period. Murin with the lead. It's a sweep attempt. Can't grab onto the leg. Comes back into the front headlock though. Max working an underhook on the left side. Trying to throw it by. Couldn't get to the leg. Shot from a long ways away by Williams. Max down blocked. Murin hits the shot right on the edge, dumps him down. Couldn't quite grab that other ankle. Now stands up, pulls him back in, and still can't grab that other ankle. Now he does able to get around the hips. Go out of bounds. 1:01 on the clock. 6-2 now is the lead for Murin. He's got 1:21 of riding time. Max going to go optional start. Stays on the leg, drives him down. Trying to get that leg Turk thrown in right on the edge of the mat. But going to run out of room to be able to turn him over. Max went optional start, but instead of completely letting him out, dropped in, drove him through to the mat, trying to see if he could get that leg Turk. Now he's going to go optional start again. 45 seconds on the clock, second period. This time he does just let him to his feet, and that makes it 6-3. Goes right back to that sweep. Down to the ankle, trying to elevate. Running out of room, though, right on the edge. Able to grab both ankles and get the two before they go out of bounds. 8:3:29 on the clock. Max is going to go optional start again. 29 seconds to go. Looks for that far side cradle. Couldn't get it. Now comes back out front. Lets the escape. Makes it 8-4. Murin underhook on the right side. Comes in for a double leg. Stall call against Army. Max gets him draped up over the back. Trying to come through the back door. Now see if he can get that neutral danger. Got a 1 count out of it. And he's going to run out of time before this period comes to an end. Max will take an 8-4 lead into the third. He's got 1:46 of riding time. Murin's choice. He's going to start down. Max quickly up to his feet, out for the escape. Williams dives in on a shot. Max throws the legs back, front head. Get anywhere with it. Circle back towards the center. Trying to throw an underhook by. Williams squares up with him. Max reaches for that sweep, couldn't get it. Shot by Williams. Swiped at the leg. Minute 20 to go. Another shot by Williams from a ways away. Max felt that coming and was able to just step to the side of it. Uses momentum, gets around behind for the 2. 11-4 is the lead now for Murin. Trying to get that far side cradle, not there. Just pushing the head down, lets him out for the escape. 11-5, 12-5 with the riding time, so need one more takedown to get that major. Max double leg right on the edge, trying to keep both feet in bounds, but they slide out. Head back to the center with 42 on the clock. Restart, 40 seconds to go. Max Murin needs a takedown to get the major decision here. Hawks trailing 9-3 in the team score. Inside of 30 on the clock now. Murin gets another stall call. So that'll give him a point. He's in on the leg, reaches across, grabs the other ankle for 2 more as well. So Max Murin will get the bonus point that the Hawkeyes needed there. Out of bounds with 4 seconds to go. A fresh start. False start there on Williams. So try it one more time. Max Murin will get the win by a score of 15-5 with the riding time point. Hawks trail 9-7, back in 30 seconds. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
We all love a good win, catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC, Iowa City.
Welcome back to Crystal Arena. Stephen Grace sitting mat side as we work our way to 157 pounds. Kobe Siebrecht gets the nod for the Hawkeyes tonight, taking on junior Nate Luquez, has a 5-2 record. Nice shot there by Luquez. Gets Siebrecht draped up over the back. Kobe trying to hang on to an ankle. Locked through the crotch here. Rolls all the way through. They're trying to come through the back door. They're going to blow stalemate. 2:33 to go. First period. As Kobe taps the head, tries to come across for a double leg. Couldn't get it. Comes back over under. Now double unders. Forcing it up over on the edge of the mat. Outside trip action. They slide off the edge of the mat. Head back to the center with 2:20 to go. Guys coming out, hand fighting hard here in this early going. Siebrecht sweep. Head to the inside, gets him draped up over now. Trying to come through the back door. Trying to adjust here. Not in great position, but he's able to adjust with an arm Turk and finishes for the 2. So you can slide that leg down in and continue to Turk up there. Siebrecht with the 2-0 lead. Unable to keep that leg Turk, but goes to work with that left wrist now. That far wrist trapped underneath. Trying to get that 2-on-1, but Luquez able to pull it out of there. Kobe trying to readjust that hold there. Luquez peels those hands free. Siebrecht goes back into that claw ride. Goes to the far wrist, pulls him down, trying to look for some near falls from the feet. Luquez in a sit out. Siebrecht throws a half in, tries to pull him back into him. Luquez trying to get that hand control, works up to his feet. Siebrecht trips him down, gets down to the ankle. Siebrecht drives that leg up, pushes him out of bounds, head back to the center. 54 to go, first period. 2-0 is the lead for the Hawkeye Kobe Siebrecht. Hawks trail 9-7 in the team score. Army with a fall at 125 and a decision at 141. Hawks with a decision at 133 and a major decision at 149. Siebrecht again trying to throw that half in. Pull Luquez into him. Now trying to get that reinforced 2-on-1. Luquez doing a good job keeping those arms free, staying at his base. Siebrecht now trying to pull him back again. He's got that 2-on-1, uses the leg a little bit, but rolls all the way through. Luquez peels those arms free. Siebrecht has a leg in. Luquez able to work the hips forward, builds his base again. Siebrecht going to that far wrist, 2-on-1, pulls him down. They go out of bounds, head back to the center. 5 seconds remain here in the first period. .141 of riding time for Siebrecht. Caution on Kobe starting early that time. Tapped the elbow rather than holding it there. And Siebrecht will finish right now, so it'll be a 2-0 lead as we go to the second. 1:45 of riding time. Siebrecht's choice. He's going to start down. Right away to a tripod, up to his feet, out for the escape. Siebrecht leads by a score of 3-0 now. Shot there by Luquez, head to the inside. Siebrecht rolling through, trying to come through the back door here. Each guy hanging onto the other's ankle. Siebrecht likes getting in some of these funky positions. He's going to hold on for the stalemate. Back to the center, restart. It's that sweep again. Now cuts off to the double leg, driving through. Unable to drive him all the way down, though, so switches back off to the single. And then Luquez does a good job toe to the mat. Kobe able to grab both ankles as he keeps his toe in bounds. The side ref's going to say no, he was out of bounds. And they're going to look at it and see. Molly's Cupcakes proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. If it stands, it would give Kobe Siebrecht a 5-0 lead with 1:08 to go here in the second period. Kobe hit that sweep. Cut off to the double, but credit Luquez with some strong hips. Kobe wasn't able to pick the legs and suck him in as he drove him. Had to cut back off to that single leg, and then got down to the ankle, and right on the very edge, able to lasso both ankles up. I think there's two things at play here. One, if he kept his toe in bounds or if he slid out and came back in. and the other is if Hawkeyes was all the way off. And the referee, after looking at it, says, yes, it is a 2 takedown. And Morningstar letting side referee Rob Butka know, hey, you were right there. You should have been able to see that and not have to wave that off. So it's a 5-0 lead for Siebrecht. Nice switch action right there by Hawkeyes. Gets Kobe draped up over the back here. Rolling through, he almost had Kobe stacked up. Now, this is interesting because there's no neutral danger call here because it's not a neutral position. It could be counting on the legs, though, because Kobe's still reaching back, grabbing those legs. Trying to elevate. They're going to stalemate it. 30 seconds to go. Quick blood time here for Siebrecht. You get blood wiped off the mat as well. Bloody nose, just shove some cotton swabs up it. Nothing is the lead for Iowa's Kobe Siebrecht. 30 seconds to go, second period. Hawks trail 9-7 in the team score. Back to action. Tripod by Hawkeyes to his feet. Siebrecht tries to trip him down, drops to the ankle, picks him up, runs him back down to the mat. Stand back up, they go out of bounds, head back to the center, 13 on the clock. Siebrecht able to ride out the rest of the way, so he'll take a 5-0 lead into the third. 2:49 of riding time. And Hawkeyes going to go neutral here. Siebrecht for the Hawkeyes. Gives up an attempt there by Hawkeyes. He's coming through the back door again. That head to the inside shot. Siebrecht hanging on to an ankle. Hawkeyes tried sitting back into him. They stalemate it. 1:33 to go. Siebrecht, high crotch attempt, dumps him over, but allowed him to grab the ankle. Able to get a 1 count on that neutral danger, trying to adjust again. Couldn't get the neutral danger, but he's able to finish with the 2-point takedown. Seven 0 now is the lead with a minute to go in the third for Kobe Siebrecht. Trying to throw a leg in. Unable to. Trying to get a cheap tilt there. Unable to get the tilt, but does get the legs thrown in. Siebrecht looking for a wrist on either side. .30 seconds to go. They stalemate it. Fresh start from the center. Siebrecht's got to be smart here. He's got to get the ride out here to get the major. Or give a takedown and get another escape in 25 seconds. Or get an escape and give another takedown, excuse me. Brick throwing that claw in, trying to pull him back into him. Now gets the leg, rolls him all the way through. No near falls, but he will get a riding time point, and he will take an 8-0 victory. That will give the Hawkeyes their first lead of the evening by a score of 11-9. 30-second timeout. Back with more Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Okay, close your eyes and imagine.
Well, unless you're driving.
Yes, imagine you bought a scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery.
Or someone gave you one.
Yes, right. And you scratch, and you've won.
One big.
Yes, in fact, there are 13 holiday games with big cash prizes. And if you don't win, play it again. You can still win up to $100,000 in the VIP club.
But you have to enter and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Yes. Thank you.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to Army West Point. 165 pounds, Patrick Kennedy for the Hawkeyes, taking on Dalton Harkins, a sophomore out of Pennsylvania with a 5-1 record. 11-9, excuse me, is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Kennedy snap into a ankle pick. Now trying to cut the corner. Elevating, trying to climb up that leg a little bit further. Gets across to that far hip. Unable to hang on to it, though. Now Harkins draped up over the back. Kennedy trying to sit back into him, looking to come through the back door. Turns one way, now starts turning the other. Harkins trying to hang on to his ankle. Kennedy starts turning the other way. Starts coming back the other. Going to have to hold on for the stalemate. 1:51 to go in the first. Snap by Kennedy. Fakes. Comes back across with that underhook on the left side. To throw it by, gets down to the ankle, trying to limp arm out up there. He's hanging on tight with that whizzer. And there he does, limp arm and get the 2. So Patrick Kennedy for the Hawkeyes. 1:15 to go in the first on top, 2-0. Harkins staying at his base, now works up to his feet. Throws an overhook as they go to the edge. Slide out of bounds, head back to the center. Harkins gets reset. Kennedy covers. Nice switch right off the whistle by Harkins and able to get hand control up to his feet and out for the escape. Makes the score 2-1 in favor of Kennedy for the Hawkeyes. 45 remains here in the first. Kennedy fakes, now comes ahead to the inside shot. Trying to cut off to the double. Does, gets the 2. Almost kept an arm Turk in there as he was dumping him down, but just got up over the hips to cover for the 2. Gives him a 4-1 lead now with 25 on the clock. Driving forward, trying to get that far arm for a wrist. So he can grab it with that seatbelt from his left arm. Period comes to an end. 4-1 is the lead for Kennedy. He's got 53 seconds built towards his riding time. Harkins defers his choice, so Kennedy will start down. Kennedy throwing the elbow back, gets the arms up over the shoulders, out for the escape. It's a 5-1 lead, gets right back to work from the top position. from the neutral position. Non-tie, head to the inside shot. Gets Harkins draped up over his back again. Sitting back in. He can get neutral danger here. Can't, so he starts turning the other way. Harkins locked through our crotch. Got a 1 count on the neutral danger. Harkins comes out with our leg. We're going to blow a stalemate. 1:13 to go. Duck attempt by Harkins and a great down block into a reshot by Kennedy. Gives him a 7-1 lead. Right away lets him up, makes it 7-2. Inside of a minute to go. Kennedy for the Hawkeyes throws the underhook on the left side, throws it by, gets to the leg. Head to the inside, Harkins doing the splits. Kennedy got it up on the shelf, elevates, gets across to the other leg for the 2. 9-2 now is the lead for the Hawkeye. That 2-on-1 underneath. Not there, so starts working a wrist. Trying to pull it out. 25 seconds to go here, second period. It's for a half on the right side. Stall warning on Harkins. And final seconds tick away here in the second period. It will be a 9-2 lead for Patrick Kennedy. Plus he has 1:34 of riding time. Harkins' choice. He's going to start down. Kennedy covers. Tripod by Harkins. Kennedy lets him out. There's a little throw by into shot. Finishes for the 2. Makes it 11-3. Kennedy smart right there. He's trying to let him out, but Harkins had his leg in between Kennedy's, and so waited till he could clear that. Then he lets him out, and then just hits a nice high crotch for the 2. Comes right back out front, looks for a cradle, not there. Comes back out front, looks cradled the other side, still couldn't get it. Now just lets Harkins out. Comes right back to that low ankle, gets up over the hips for 2 more. Out front, stuffs the head, pushes him out of bounds, head back to the center. 15-6 now is the lead for Kennedy. 1:10 to go here in the third. Shot by Harkins, able to get the hands locked. Almost looked like Patrick was able to get that leg free, but Harkins able to hang on, but Patrick just lays on him, stops the clock with a stalemate. Sweep by Kennedy for the easy 2. Trying to set that cradle up, couldn't get it. There's the escape. Short drag, couldn't get it. Now comes back, sweep. Harkins grabs our leg as we were trying to come around. Hooking the ankle for 2 more, makes it 19-7. Kennedy lets him go again, 19-8. Snatch single, dumps him down. Can't quite get to that far leg. Re-elevates. Can't quite hang on to that far ankle again. This time picks it up higher and drives him down for 2 more. 21-8. Harkins just hanging on, reaching back, grabbing an arm there. Kennedy finally pulls him out of bounds the rest of the way. 21-8. So he's got to get 1 more here in the last 12 seconds. Tells the ref, just let him go neutral. Give me a full 12 to work on it. There's the shot, head to the inside. Roll through attempt. And And Harkin's able to create enough of a scramble there to fight off the Tech fall. It will be a 22-9 major decision for Patrick Kennedy. Puts the Hawks up now by a score of 15-9. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hi, Hawkeye fans. My name is Denali. And I'm Riley. We're still members of your Iowa Hawkeye softball team. During the off-season, conditioning is number one. At Iowa City Tire and Service, they keep our cars in top running condition year-round. And they treat their customers like family. Find them at 410 Kirkwood Avenue or online at ictire.com. Proud sponsors of Hawkeye Softball. Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first. Go Hawks! Woo-hoo!
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Back at Crystal Arena on the campus of Army West Point. 174 pounds, number 14 Ben Pasuk of Army, taking on and taking down Iowa's Carson Martinson, a true freshman out of Southeast Polk. Three-time place winner at the state tournament, including runner-up last year. Hawks on top by a score of 15-9 in the team score. Pasuk trying to get that arm up onto the back. And clears that out, but then gets flattened back out. Trying to build his base. As soon as he does, there's the almost a 2-on-1, but he couldn't hang on to it. Got a 1 count on a tilt, Pasuk did for Army. Pasuk still working that left arm. Into half on the right side, not there. Stalemate, 1:27 to go. 2-0 is the lead for Pasuk. 1:16 of riding time. Pasuk going to go optional start here. Martinson up to his feet, out for the escape. 2-1 is the lead for Army at 174 pounds. Double leg by Pasuk from a ways away, cuts off, head to the inside single. Martinson trying to throw that whizzer in, able to get the legs back, slide out of bounds, head back to the center. Martinson's twin brother Carter also on the Hawkeye wrestling team. Shot by Martinson, but he missed the leg, and Pasuk able to circle around behind and get the takedown. Nice little attempt there by Martinson, but just a little out of control when he tried hitting that shot. Missed. Pasuk right away cuts him, gets right back in on another shot. Right on the edge. Able to circle him back in and finish for 2 more. So Pasuk of Army will have a 6-2 lead with about 1:42 of riding time going into the second period. The holiday season is approaching fast. Visit your local Iowa Lottery retailer for some holiday scratch tickets today. Then enter your non-winners in the VIP club for a chance to win big cash prizes up to $100,000. Visit ialottery.com for details. Martinson for the Hawkeyes will start down to begin the second period, trailing 6-2. Hawks lead 15-9 in the team score. Tripod, tried to get to his feet. Pasuk drops to the ankle, drives him back down flat. Martinson builds his base back under him. Pasuch looking for a cradle. Martinson for the Hawkeyes. Still at his base. Slide out of bounds, head back to the center. And we got blood time, it looks like. Bloody nose for Martinson. 1:08 remains second period. Again, tomorrow night we have back-to-back duels up in Albany. 5:30 Iowa time, the Hawkeyes will take on Sacred Heart. And then at 7:30 Iowa time, the Hawkeyes will take on Buffalo. We will come on the air at 5:15 for the pre-meet, and we will just keep it between both matches before we head back home tomorrow night. Optional start for Pasuch from Army. Allows Martinson out for the escape. So a minute to go here, second period. 6-3 is the lead for the Black Knight. Shot there by Pasuch. Martinson hanging on to both ankles. Stops him for a stalemate. Fresh start. Another attempt there by Pasuch. Another attempt. That gets a stall call against Martinson. And Pasuch able to finish for the 2. Martinson trying to build his base here. Pasuch keeping a lot of pressure on those hips. Martinson does build that base. Period will come to an end. It'll be an 8-3 lead for Pasuch of Army. Third period, Pasuch's choice. He'll start down. Martinson for the Hawkeyes covers. Pasuch to his feet. Martinson lets him out for the escape. It's at 9-3, 10-3 with the riding time. Nice double leg there by Pasuch for 2 more. Makes it 11-3. Looking for a quick tilt. Got a 2 count. Martinson looked like he was about ready to get up. Ooh, they waved it off. I could have swore it was a 2 count. And Martinson able to scoot his hips out. Looked like he was going to try to get a reversal, but could not. And they go out of bounds, and he's still in the bottom position, trailing 11-3. Approaching a minute to go. Pasuch letting Martinson out for the escape. Out of bounds. Head back to the center. 11-4 is the lead. Double leg attempt by Pasuch. Now split in the middle. Trying to pop that leg off. Martinson trying to pinch and hang on here. Locked through the crotch, sitting on the head. Pasuch trying to pop that head out and does for the 2. .30 seconds remain here in the third. Another stall call against Martinson. Final seconds tick away. A point for riding time. 15-4 will be the final score in favor of Pursuit. Brings Army to within 15-13. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Local Craft Cellar is open for your game day needs, offering a huge selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits, many Iowa-made favorites. They have the stuff you won't find anywhere else. Carrying one of the best selections of local craft beer in all of Iowa, including those difficult-to-find selections from Pulpit Rock and Dimensional Brewing. Shop Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Visit 7085C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Please drink responsibly.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
Welcome back to the Crystal Arena. 184 pounds. Abe Assad for the Hawkeyes, number 8 in the country, taking on Sam Abdul-Razak for Army. There's Abe in on a shot. Able to get both ankles lassoed up. Finishes for the 2. Abdul-Razak up to his feet, pushes the hands away for the escape. Assad with a 2-1 lead, 20 seconds gone by. Snap now into an underhook. Clears out of that. Now snaps again. Front headlock. Followed through with anything. Abdul-Razak with a nice snap of his own right there. Abe throws the underhook by, missed the ankle. Assad now working that right hand up on the collar. Switches off to the left side. Snaps down to a double, switches back off to the single. Abdul-Razak throwing in that whizzer. Abe reaches across to that far ankle and gets the 2. Minute and a half to go, first period. 4-1 is the lead for the Hawkeyes' Abe Assad. To his feet, Abe picks him up, throws him back down. Get that near wrist, but they slide out of bounds. Head back to the center. 1:10 to go here in the first. Caution on Abdul-Razak starting early. Sit out by Abdul-Razak. Working up to his feet, hand control out for the escape. Makes the score 4-2 in favor of Abe Assad. Abdul-Razak shot. Abe throws the leg back. Underhook on the right side. Abdul-Razak hanging onto that elbow. Abe drops down to the ankle pick. Finishes off with another for a 2-point takedown. Abdul-Razak to his feet. Assad bumps him back down. Drives him flat. He will ride him out here to give himself a 6-2 lead with a minute 20 of riding time going into the second. Saturday, December 10th, the UFC returns to Las Vegas with a stacked card. Light heavyweight king Yuri Prochazka defends his strap against former champ Glover Teixeira. live from T-Mobile Arena, UFC 282. Prochazka and Teixeira. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com. Second caution on Abdul Razak as he starts down here to begin the second period. Got to his feet. Abe worked him back down. Abdul Razak back up to his feet. Abe tried to pick him up, return him, but could not. Makes the score 6-3 now in favor of Assad. Abe left hand on the collar. Can't get anywhere with it. Abdul Razak goes to the underhook, can't get anywhere. There's a double by Abe. Switches off to the single, trying to get head to the inside. Seeing if he can drape him up, cannot. Now trying to drop down to the ankle. Abdul Razak trying to turn back into him. And Abe able to keep climbing up that leg and grabs the other ankle for another 2. Gives him an 8-3 lead as we approach a minute to go here, second period. .145 and counting on the riding time clock for Assad. There's a somersault attempt by Abdul Razak. Abe just let him go. Somersault all the way through and then recovered, then just lets him out for the escape. Makes it 8-4 with 35 on the clock here, second period. Shot by Abdul Razak. Abe looked like he had his legs back, but Abdul Razak able to grab on. Quick stalemate with 21 on the clock. Final seconds tick away. Abe basically intentionally released him there with about 20 or 25 on the clock. Didn't really follow up with anything tail end of that second period. 8-4 as we go to the third. Assad will start down. Real move from Abe. Works up out front, gets the escape. 9-4 now in favor of the Hawkeye Assad. Stop action, stalemate it with locked fingers. Abe snap, gets down to that low double, switches back off to the single, limp arms out, and covers for 2 more as Abdul Razak tried to somersault through. 11-4 now is the lead for Assad. Terry Brand's Bobby Telford telling Abe, do it again, solidify it. Razak, slow shot from a ways away. Abe down on that foot, looking for a cradle right on the edge. Now trying to pull him back in. Abdul Razak goes out of bounds. They're going to call him for stalling, for stepping onto or off of the mat onto the floor. 52 seconds to go. Assad for the Hawkeyes with an 11-5 lead. He's got 2:04 of riding time. Changed levels, touched the leg, but didn't follow the rest of the way through. Snap. Couldn't get the shot. Circle back up to their feet. Big point for Abe Assad right here if he could finish it. And there he Complaining about headgear. Just got caught flat-footed, and Abdul Razak into a shot here. Assad trying to scramble through, roll through, see if he can make this some offense of his own. Not going to be able to, so 12-5 will be the final score in favor of Assad. 18-13 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Back in 30 seconds. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
197 pounds, Jacob Warner for the Hawkeyes, taking on Kyle Swartz, a sophomore with a 5-3 record. Stephen Grace live at the Crystal Arena, campus of Army West Point. Hawkeyes on top by a score of 18-13. Warner, shot right there, elevates. You get down on that ankle, reaching across to that far leg, now climbs up and lassos the other ankle as he drives him down to the mat for the 2. Optional start for Warner. 2-1 is his lead now. 45 off the clock in the first. Jacob snap into a short drag, get around behind the hips for 2. Gives him a 4-1 lead now. 4-2 after the intentional release. Wrestling on our feet. A snap by Jacob into a front headlock. Out into the underhook. Tries to throw it by. Can't get there. Reshoots. Head to the inside shot. They circle out of bounds. Head back to the center. .42 is the lead for Warner. 18-13 is the lead for the Hawkeyes. Ankle pick there by Jacob. Down on the leg, trying to elevate it. Limp arms out of the Wizard. Finds that far leg, sucks it up in for 2 more. .45 to go here in the first. Warner leads by a score of 6-2. Working the left wrist, not there. Hops over to the right side, trying to pull that wrist back. Swartz for Army, trying to peel that free into a sit-out. Jacob reaches to that far arm now. Slide out of bounds, head back to the center. 20 seconds to go. In the first. Swartz gets reset. Warner covers. Swartz to his feet. Jacob drives him back down to his base, over to the edge of the mat. Jacob keeping a toe inbounds. Now they slide out with 3 on the clock. more restart here in this first period. And it will be a 6-2 lead with 107 of riding time for Jacob Warner. Hawkeye football team is bowl eligible. Sign up to automatically receive official bowl travel information at hawkeyesports.com/bowl central. When the game is announced, you'll immediately receive info on game tickets, air travel, and hotels. That's hawkeyesports.com/bowl travel, presented by Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited, Iowa's official bowl tour. I'll start on Jacob Warner. Swartz for Army choosing down here to begin the second period. Jacob cautioned from that top position. Jacob reaching across to that far arm. So we got against Buchanan of Wyoming. Semifinals at the NCAAs. Reaches across to that far triceps area, pulls that arm in, and then cinches it up, rolls him over. Unable to get it, so he's going to go optional start on the restart here with 1:36 to go in the second. Swartz out for the escape, makes it 6-3. Minute and a half to go here, second period. Warner down to that ankle again. Switching off and drives through for a double. Gets the takedown. Slide out of bounds once more. 8-3 is the lead for Warner. Optional start again for Jacob. Swartz out for the escape, makes it 8-4. Warner tried a short drag right there, but Swartz able to kick out. Warner falls to the mat, but as he does, he reaches out and grabs the ankle. Now he's able to get his feet back up under him and climbs up over the hips and drives down for two more. .15 seconds remain here in the second. Stall call on Swartz in the bottom position. Warner will take a 10-4 lead into the third period. Jacob has 2:18 of riding time. He chooses down to begin the third. Set. Swartz covers. Warner to his feet. Gets the hand control. Shimmies the hips away. Gets the escape. Collar tied. Tried going to that ankle pick again, but Swartz had a hold of his wrist. Had to clear the tie. Come back across. Warner throws that underhook on the left side. Passes it by, gets down to the ankle. He was out of bounds as he threw that underhook by. Was able to scoot his hips back in and grab the other ankle and keep both guys in bounds. Gives himself a 13-4 lead now. Do slide out the rest of the way. Fresh start from the center with 1:07 to go in the third. Caution on Warner. That's his second. So now Warner's going to go optional start. Makes it 13-5. Go out of bounds, head back to the center. Warner taps the head, and high crouch attempt there, comes back up into a body lock, now switches off double unders. Stalemate. Jacob got into those, but Swartz had the double overs locked in a little bit tighter, and so Jacob wasn't comfortable where he was. Tries passing by again. Gets another stall call. Now this time does throw in the double unders and go out of bounds. Gets another stall call. So that'll make it 15-5. Taps, reaches for that leg. Couldn't get it. And then just circles around behind for two more. 17-6 after the escape. Drops in on another shot. Swartz doing the splits. Jacob. Trying to adjust and elevate right on the edge of the mat. He does. Makes it 19-6. Needs one more. Just trying to do the math in his head. Terry Brandt's telling him, you got to get one more. They go out of bounds with 3 seconds to go. Just 3 seconds on the clock. And Jacob's not going to be able to get one more takedown, so a riding time point gives him a 20-7 major decision. Hawks on top 22-13. We'll come back with the heavyweights right after this. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Making a move from the outhouse to the penthouse? Do you have property your brothers need help with transferring ownership? Do you love everything Hawkeye from Kinnick to Carver? Then you'll want to talk with us. Hi, this is Steve Anderson with Hawkeye Title and Settlement, ready to serve you high-quality real estate title and closing services. Oh, and we also love our Iowa football, but we're also happy to assist Cyclone fans, too. Hawkeye Title and Settlement of Iowa City and HawkeyeTitle.com. The team you love, the people you trust.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
We move to the heavyweights to close things out. Tony Cassiope for the Hawkeyes taking on Cade Carlson, a sophomore with a 4-3 record. Hawks on top 22-13. Yes, front head situation. Finishes around behind for the two. And you get the one of the wrists. Carlson at his base. Tony chops the arm, drives him forward, goes to that cross face to the far arm. Not there. Carlson arching the back. Tony going to work on that near wrist, the right side. Using the knee to post at the shoulder to see if he can come around and try to pull that arm up onto the back a little bit further. Trying to roll his hips up onto the head. Now comes all the way out front, pinching it. Again, he gets into that whip over. He threw that in a hurry, and he's driving this up. See if he can settle in. He's got 1:45 to go. Tony Cassiope scooting the hips back just a little bit more. Sucking that head up a little bit tighter. He's being patient with it, driving down for the fall. 115 will cap it off with a 28-13 victory for the Hawkeyes over the Army Black Knights. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with your post-meet. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Local Craft Cellar is ready for the holidays, offering a huge selection of craft beer, wine, and spirits. Many Iowa-made favorites. They have the selection you don't see at other stores. Come get your favorite holiday beers, liqueurs, and of course, whiskeys. The biggest selection of vodka, tequila, mezcal, rum, gin, cordials, and wine. And the greatest selection of Iowa-made favorites like Edgewood Locker hams and turkeys. Shop Eastern Iowa's best selection of craft beer. Visit 7085 C Avenue Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Please drink responsibly.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
When choosing a wireless provider, you're forced to compromise. But what if you didn't have to? What if you could get reliable service without a contract and save money? Introducing Total by Verizon, a new no-contract, no-credit check carrier for you and your family with plans starting at just $30 a month on America's most reliable 5G network. Total by Verizon is available at totalbyverizon.com and at retailers nationwide. Based on first-place rankings and RootMetrics first half 2022 5G assessments of 125 metros. Experiences may vary, not an endorsement.
This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling on AM 800 KXIC Iowa City.
What is dedication?
People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike and you didn't? I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
The Hawkeyes play here on AM 800 KXIC, Iowa City's Hawkeye sports leader.
Back at the Crystal Arena, Stephen Grace wrapping things up here as the Hawkeyes come into a hostile environment, but come away with a 28-13 victory over the Army West Point Black Knights. Knew that it was not going to be easy because Coach Ward doing a lot of good things here with Army and trying to get this group of cadets and future officers in the U.S. Army conditioned on the wrestling mat, and they have been turning things around a little bit, and they were ready to go. Started off right away with Aiden Harris getting the fall getting pinned rather, getting pinned by Ethan Bergen from Army, and they got major decision in there at 174 pounds, but the Hawkeyes were able to come away with the 28-13 victory. Just a little bit short. Mark Ironside texted me a little bit saying near falls would have gone a long ways for both Jacob Warner and Abe Assad. Warner was 2 points away from a tech fall. Abe Assad was 1 point away from a major decision. Patrick Kennedy was 1 point away from a tech fall as well. So those are some of those things that as you move into this season, those points are going to be big. And we've seen it year after year at the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament. We've seen it at some of the wrestling dual meets that we have as well, where, you know, tonight we're able to overcome. You get into a situation where, you know, late January taking on Penn State, and all of a sudden that 12-5 decision by Abe Assad, and you get yourself into a situation where maybe it's a tied dual meet score, or you lose by a point because you didn't get that one extra match point. And, you know, those points are big, and I know that this coaching staff is well aware of that and trying to get these guys in tune to that. It's the second meet of the season as well. So, you know, have a little bit of leniency, but at the same time, it's just one of those things that as a program, we pride ourselves on looking for those bonus points and trying to do those things all the time. And so when you come up just that short, just a little frustrating, but still come through with the victory for the Hawkeyes tonight against Army West Point. And, you know, new faces again. We're seeing a lot of new guys in the lineup this year. It's going to be a lot different basically now versus what it is in a week from now versus what it is from a month from now. But guys got to take advantage when they get that opportunity and get put out there and see what they can do every time that they step out onto the mat. So all said, move to 2-0 on the season. We're not going to have Coach Terry Brands on just because we need to get loaded on the bus and get headed up to Albany as we will wrestle there tomorrow night. But we will definitely look forward to hearing from him tomorrow somewhat as well as we get ready for those dual meets. We're going to step out, take another time out. We'll be back and have your Riverside meet recap right after this. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
The City of Coralville is now hiring part-time bus drivers. These positions offer flexible schedules of approximately 25 hours a week. Availability to work on Saturdays is a plus. Pay starts at over $21 an hour plus benefits. A health insurance option is available. Candidates must have or be able to obtain a current valid commercial driver's license. Learn more and apply online at coralville.org or call 319-248-1700. The City of Coralville is an equal opportunity employer.
I'm in a test plot near Portageville, Missouri that's dedicated to new Pioneer brand A-Series and List E3 soybeans. Row to row, it looks impressive. But what's more impressive is what you can't see with the naked eye. Exclusive and elite Pioneer genetics. And the performance makes it anything but a regular Enlist E3 soybean. From field to lab, Pioneer brand A-Series and List E3 soybeans are like no other.
When I'm thinking of a meal with friends or family or a business lunch, I always think of Monica's. I know their huge menu will have something that everyone will like. More importantly to me, you never waste your money because the food is always great. Nothing worse than going out to eat and your money and the occasion is wasted because the food was not great. Monica's is the most consistent restaurant I know. There is a reason why they've won so many awards and are always busy. Try them and see. They appreciate every customer and have a great staff.
Hit a deer? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty is Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Our premier reputation is built on providing superior customer service, accurate estimates, and high-quality work. Our experienced staff guarantees your vehicle is restored and back on the road in no time. Premier Automotive in North Liberty or online at premierautoiowa.com. Drive safely, but if you hit a deer, call Premier.
Your station for Iowa wrestling all season long is AM 800 KXIC in Iowa City. Now let's wrap up tonight's broadcast. Here once again is Stephen Grace.
And we wrap things up from Army West Point, about an hour north of New York City. And it's a great campus. Talked about it earlier. It was a great experience to get to come and see this and see what happens with these young men and women who are commissioning themselves in the U.S. Army, trying to get themselves to be officers. And great to see just what this campus is. Like I said, you know, a couple times was walking into a building, held the door for a couple people, and it was, thank you, sir, thank you, sir, thank you, sir. Would expect nothing less than that from the U.S. Army, but just great to see it firsthand and get some good competition in here as the Hawkeyes come away with the 28-13 victory. Your Riverside dual meet recap started things off at 125 pounds. Aiden Harris gets the nod again for the Hawkeyes. He gets pinned in 233 by Ethan Bergen. Puts Army up by a score of 6-0. Colin Schriever with a ride out in the second period, an escape in the third period. He wins by a score of 2-0. Drew Bennett falls by a score of 5-3. Max Mirren picks up a 15-5 major decision. Kobe Siebrecht picks up an 8-0 major decision. Patrick Kennedy, a 22-9 major decision. Carson Martinson, true freshman out of Southeast Polk, gets the nod at 174. He loses 15-4 to number 14, Ben Pasuk of Army. Ava Saad picks up the 12-5 decision. Jacob Warner, 20-7 was the major decision. And then Tony Cassiope needed 1 minute and 15 seconds to get the fall. And that closes things out for a 28-13 victory for the Hawkeyes. Moves them to 2-0 on the season. And like I said, we're hopping a bus heading north to Albany. We will take on Sacred Heart with a 6:30 East Coast time, 5:30 start in Iowa. And then we will wrestle Buffalo at 8:30 here on the East Coast, 7:30 in Iowa. We'll jump on the airwaves with a 5:15 pre-meet. And we'll keep it on throughout the duration of that one as we'll bring you both of those. That is today's dual meet recap presented by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants, and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. Hawks win. We will talk to you again tomorrow night from the Arm Bar at the Armory in Albany, New York. Until then, this is Stephen Grace. You've been listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hawkeye Sports Network. From Learfield, you've been listening to Hawkeye Wrestling. Presented by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Oak Knoll, an active life care community. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, your family-friendly, dependable, and honest auto repair shop. Celebrating 29 good years in Iowa City. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants and more, just minutes south of Iowa City. Homewood and Home 2 Suites, preferred hotel of the Hawkeye Radio Network. And by Pioneer, an American seed brand since 1926. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.
We now join Fox Sports Radio, already in progress on 800 KXIC and available on your Amazon smart speakers just by saying, Alexa, play 800 KXIC on iHeartRadio.